Hi, my name is Ali and this podcast is aimed at educational staff looking at the 5 steps to wellbeing, which is sometimes referred to as biological regulation. The 5 steps to wellbeing are quality sleep, eating healthily, exercising, connecting with others and relaxation techniques. By the end of this, we would hope you'd be aware of the 5 steps to wellbeing, be able to spot the signs of when a child or young person is struggling with one or more of these areas, and be able to support young people to make positive changes in these areas. I'm going to go through each of these areas and talk through signs to look out for that a child or young person you're working with may be struggling with this. I'm sure you will have spotted signs like this with young people you work with before, and then we're going to move on to talking about how to support them in these areas and how to signpost if you feel they need further support. Firstly, sleep. So signs that a young person is struggling with this may be that they look tired, have dark circles under their eyes may look bloodshot, they may look drowsy or unfocused, they could be irritable and short-tempered. They might be saying things like, I can't be bothered today, or I'm feeling really tired. Having a regular sleep routine is important to help mental well-being. Routines might be out of place during lockdown, and so sleeping patterns might not be in place the same way as before. Going to sleep at the same time and getting up at the same time, having a routine of relaxing at night before bed, for example turning off screens an hour before bedtime, going for an evening walk, having a hot bath, reading a book or listening to music to relax are all great ways of encouraging good quality sleep. We're now going to move on and look at eating healthily. NHS England say that eating lots of food with high saturated fats, such as lots of crisps, chocolate and fizzy drinks, can have a negative effect on our mood. This may cause young people to have little energy, feel really tired, and they may complain of having tummy aches or headaches. Trying to have a regular routine of eating breakfast, lunch and dinner each day at a similar time and making sure they have fruit and vegetable in these meals can really help with improving mood. Next, we're going to explore exercise. Exercise is anything that raises your heart rate. This could be walking, running, playing football, gardening. Exercise is important for mental well-being, for helping you think clearly and improving mood. Encouraging young people to find ways of exercising that they find enjoyable can help create a routine of exercising regularly. Next, we're going to look at connecting with others. This one is particularly important considering the current situation. Lockdown has made connecting with friends and families challenging. However, there are many ways of connecting with people when you're unable to see people face to face or don't have your usual routines of going to school and clubs and seeing friends. This can include phone calls, video calls, messaging, letters, meeting a friend for a walk or a picnic in the park. Encouraging young people to find ways to connect with friends and family regularly can really help their mental well-being and their mood. Finally, we're going to look at relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques such as going for a walk, being in the garden or in nature, drawing, yoga, mindfulness exercises can all really help reduce anxiety and help children and young people to feel calmer. There are loads of apps out there to help with this, such as the Headspace app, and we'll talk about those more at the end. So there's lots of information on the NHS website about the importance of biological regulation and the evidence-based linking biological regulation and mental health, particularly in children and young people. If you're interested, you can search 5 Steps to Wellbeing on the NHS Inform website for more information. In addition, Mind, the mental health charity, and Young Minds, aimed at children and young people, have lots of information and resources around the 5 Steps to Wellbeing. So we're going to move on to thinking about the best way to support children and young people that you're working with. A great way to inform young people of the importance of the 5 steps to wellbeing is to cover these steps and start conversations, maybe within PSHE lessons or form time. Particularly coming back from lockdown, psychoeducation around the 5 steps to wellbeing and how to look after their mental health will really benefit them as they adjust back into being in school and seeing more people again. It may help to have nurture groups or smaller group work to help encourage young people to engage and share more openly. If you are concerned about a young person you work with, a great way to start supporting them in this area is by having conversations and asking questions. Asking about their sleeping patterns, eating patterns, whether they're having breakfast in the morning, do they have someone in their life that they feel able to talk to, how would they describe their exercise pattern during lockdown. Questions like these can help start the conversation and spot signs that they might be struggling in one of these areas and would benefit from some extra support. I'm going to move on to thinking about noticing change. It's important when supporting a young person you're able to help them to recognise, track and celebrate positive change that they are making. The changes might not happen overnight, so finding ways of monitoring this long term can be beneficial. There are many ways of doing this. If the young person has been struggling with sleep, keeping a sleep diary and help monitor positive steps they are making in this area. An example sleep diary can be found on the NHS website. Using a scale of 0 to 10 can be helpful in different areas that you may want to monitor with a young person. For example, rating how much energy they feel they have each day can help notice increases in energy caused by simple changes in their routine. Also, adding healthy choices each day, for example, recording how many days in a week they're eating a healthy breakfast or have some fruit, can show positive steps they are making. Gratitude journals can be a great way of improving mental well-being, so encouraging a young person to write down something they're grateful for at the end of each day. Using charts to track progress can help increase motivation to keep these positive changes and make them a habit. And you can be as creative with these as you want with young people. There are many places to get extra support if you're concerned about a child or young person. You can refer into CAMHS or the mental health support team by using the links provided on the contact sheet. Apps such as Headspace and Think Ninja can be helpful for young people to help them manage how they're feeling. Also, Shout is a crisis text line that young people can text for free 24/7 if they are in crisis. In addition, Kooth is a free online counselling service that is available to young people. The details of all of these are on the contact sheet that your school should have received to support you. I hope this podcast has been helpful in giving you ideas of how to support children and young people you are working with to make positive changes to improve their well-being.